Hello, people. So, on New Year's Day, I'm thinking, all right, I have myself a new capture card. I can now record stuff on Xbox as well as PC. So, I'm gonna start posting a lot more videos, a lot more frequently, maybe one every, few days, perhaps. It'll be, good for the very, very nascent YouTube channel. Uh, so I'm thinking that, and then I proceed to not touch the channel or my editing programs or anything until I'm more than 3 weeks into the year. Yeah. Well, better late than never, I suppose, although it's not like I don't have any excuses. For instance, I was still out of town when the new year actually hit, then doing the New Year's raid stuff in World of Warships, and then school started up again, although that's never really stopped me from at least playing some video games. But yeah, the New Year's raid though, that was kind of bitchy near the end, particularly with the destroyer challenges. But I got it done. I have the snow blind Scharnhorst. It's a beautiful camo. It's just I can't really look at it for too long without going blind. So I will still try to get a gameplay of that up at some point. But for now, this particular game I got while doing the New Year's raid. The mission set that was battleship specific. It was like get a high caliber and get a fireproof or dreadnought or something, and then 25,000 commander XP. All of that I get in just this one game by quite, well, not literally, but figuratively putting the enemy team in a full Nelson using the Nelson, the most ridiculous battleship that is at tier 7. I almost said ship overall, then I remember that the Belfast exists. But yeah, this is a pretty, crazy battleship in that it has the tier 9 and 10 British high explosive shell power as well as the super heal. So you can tank an absolutely monstrous amount of damage in this ship and still come out of it with half your health at the end of this game. That's exactly what happens here. But the thing is with the Nelson is that it took me some time to actually make friends with it, just because I am kind of unlucky when I play free XP ships for some reason. I don't know why. I just can't explain how I can consistently perform better in Iowa than I do in a Missouri. That should not be how that works. I just get unlucky with my free XP Missouri, and that should not be the case. Like the overpowered radar consumable. Maybe the catapult fighter that I run on the eye was the actual overpowered thing here, but yeah, I don't know. I'm getting better with the Missouri at least. I'm gonna attach a clip to the end of this video of a pretty dumb but funny moment in the Missouri. The entire replay wasn't really worth uploading on its own, but yeah, that one particular moment was should still be on YouTube. But the Nelson, on the other hand, that thing was a bit easier to make friends with. The British HE battleship is a lot easier to use than an Iowa, and the bow-on tanking gameplay style is something that I'm pretty familiar with from owning a Yamato for well over a year now. So this game, and you see me do it, pretty much for the first part of this game, I just find an island and just sit there, tank some damage, then just shoot high explosive all over the place, and it works out pretty well. I never fire anything other than high explosive and end up dropping Arsonist and Witherer on top of the high caliber Confederate, all that fun stuff. I have no idea what this King George V is doing, by the way. He's trying to win a high explosive fight with a Nelson while sitting completely dead in the water. Now, he does end up motoring away in a second and avoiding those torpedoes being shot at him, but I just didn't understand what that guy was doing. And right now I'm actually thinking about turning around and trying to take care of those ships that are behind us, but turning a ship the size of the Nelson around and like to try and get back through that channel was just not going to happen. It set that guy on fire again. But yeah, right now what I'm actually trying to do is give a bit more side. I want to try and ensure that I get the dreadnought in particular, and if that means that I have to kind of open myself up to a little bit more damage, then well, so be it, I suppose. But yeah, I'm really in no danger of dying as far as I'm concerned, just by sailing broadside on into the B cap. But I think about trying to turn around and go through this channel, but then see that C has been cleared out by the friendlies. So next best thing, I'm gonna just turn back, sail directly into the B cap, and just camp the island. I camped the island between B and C, so now let's just go forward, get into the cap, and just spam some more high explosive. That's what you do in a Nelson. I mean, that's what you do in a Yamato too, just with 460mm AP. The Nelson is pretty much the same sort of playstyle, except that it really isn't as good at tanking, considering it's a tier 7 with only 25mm of bow armor that 406's 16-inch guns can actually overmatch. But with the high explosive spam that's been going on these days, it's not really too big of a worry for me. And yeah, set the KGB on fire again. That enemy King George V and our friendly Gallant have been going at it in chat, with a childish back and forth ever since the Gallant tried to torpedo him while he was just inexplicably sitting still. Yeah, pay them no heed, really. I didn't pay them any attention while I was playing this battle, so I really don't care now. Oh, yeah, set him on fire again. That fire should end up finishing him off. I'm taking shots from the side as well, but again, I really do not care. That's the thing with the Nelson. This ship can, as long as you don't take too much armor-piercing damage in the side, this thing just will not die ever. And actually, no, it's that fire that'll finish him off. Yeah, the Gallant's probably launching more torpedoes. There's the Witherer, but yeah, that's actually going to be the Arsonist on that KGB as well. I've been shooting at him all game, but yeah, then he makes some remarks like, at least the Gallant did not get the Gallant did not get the kill. It was the fire from me, but I don't know what kind of consolation that is really, and the Gallant will end up dying a bit later trying to rush the enemy Scharnhorst, while I'm just sitting here. First off, trying not to die, so I can ensure the fireproof and the dreadnought, and secondly, of course, trying to win. And, I spot the low health Nuremberg there and end up just completely donking this salvo, which was kind of embarrassing now that I think about it. Yep, there we go. But I'm on about maybe half health at the moment, and the adrenaline rush has kicked in, so it's not too long before I'm going to have 6 more shells flying at this guy, and that should be the kill secure. And hiding behind this island, I am completely safe from the armor piercing being fired by the cruisers of all things, and that Colorado that somehow succeeded in completely clearing out the sea cap. So, I have a friendly battleship as well nearby that's going to be pushing that Sean horse with me. So now's when I actually decide to move out and try and get some shots at this guy. The York is going to commit suicide by rushing the Sean horse. There's any second now, and yeah, they're more AP from the cruisers. You know, you have my if you get the side of the battleship, particularly something like the Nelson in a cruiser, yeah, why not shoot AP? It'll do a lot more like immediate alpha damage. And yeah, but by this time I've actually taken so much high explosive spam that all my anti-aircraft guns are out, like every single one of them, which is also kind of funny. That salvo almost just completely deletes the Algerie. Of course, he had his repair up, and he was able to get rid of those two fires. There are I think those are the Miyoko torpedoes. I think I saw 3 of them. Maybe the Algerie has 3. I've never actually played that ship in particular. But yeah, now I just this guy's on like 2,000 health. I want to kill him. So, or you know, that salvo of course does not finish him off immediately, but a fire without any repair, yeah, he's done that. So I turn away. There's the Miyoko torpedoes that I know is from him. Colorado gets a big salvo on him. That Scharnhorst that is in the direction of my bow is long dead. So let's donk a salvo at the Miyoko, try and get some fires. Yep, and I do also get the high caliber and Confederate as well. And well, this game is pretty much in the bag at this point. This Miyoko is going to end up getting finished off by my friendly battleship. And, well, now I'm going to attempt to, again, turn and not hit an island while sailing toward that Colorado to try and get a 4th kill. Really no point considering no matter what I cannot get a Kraken, but it's a good performance in this game nonetheless. So, the Nelson. Utterly ridiculous ship for tier 7. It's essentially like sailing one of the tier 9 or 10 British battles. Well, more specifically the tier 9, the Lion. That's 9/16 inches as well. It's like sailing a Lion in tier 7 maximum matchmaking, but you actually kind of have a citadel. That's really what's going on here. Well, and all forward firing armament, so you can just traverse the guns back and forth. And yeah, and I went from firing all 9 guns over the starboard side to now I'm firing all 9 guns over the port side, just like nothing. And of course, the turret traversed is fast as hell. So yeah, that's what more can you really ask for other than, of course, the below the waterline citadel? But hey, they had to balance something, I suppose. So one more salvo should end up doing it on this for this battle. He's starting to give me a bit of broadside, but again, that doesn't really matter for high explosive. It'll just make sure that more of the shells hit us. That's really all there is to it. And yep, there he goes. 4 kills, 10,000 XP, 6 total medals, including Arsonist and Witherer. First on the team, a shit ton of damage, and, well, more than enough Commander XP to end up getting that particular requirement as well. So here's the Missouri clip. So yeah, mountain range backing up in the open. This is clearly not a good situation. I at least get rid of the damn Montana, but there's been a Shimakaze around that's been kind of annoying me all game. So with no radar up, you think, okay, let's dodge all 15 of his torpedoes going backwards. Yeah, I totally planned that. Yeah, that guy has got to be thinking just like, what the hell? How did that possibly happen? The guys in chat actually later on are just like, hey, another fan of Euro, I see. Yeah, I'm just gonna finish him off now, and put this video to bed. So, yes, I'm rotting my brain. Thank you very much for watching, and expect more very, very soon.